Many Vietnamese people, ever since they were little, have been taught that when someone says, "How are you?" to them, they are going to say, "I'm fine, thank you." And you?
And you? Yeah.
How do you think about that?
Well, I mean, whenever I've met any Vietnamese people, that's how they respond to me, and it's very robotic that way.
Yeah.
And
very systematic.
It's not how a native speaker would answer it.
What up everyone, it's Andy from 5 Minutes About IELTS, and today I have a really special guest joining me in today's video, and we're going to discuss a really useful thing about learning English. So let's welcome Sean.
Hey guys.
So Sean here is also a YouTuber just like me, and he has a really awesome YouTube channel about learning English, so be sure to subscribe to that channel. Its name is Free 99 English. So let's welcome Sean to today's video. So Sean, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
In today's video, we are going to talking about something that I have been, very curious about ever since I got here in Canada. When I started coming here, I realized that there are many common, questions in English about greetings or saying goodbyes that I do not really know how to respond. I mean, my level of English is kind of good. I hope that is the right word. I don't want to sound so cocky here. Sean, when you meet someone for the first time, what is the proper way to say hello?
Formally or informally?
Let's talk about both ways. Formally, what do you often say?
Well, you just basically you say hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Yeah.
That is the formal way.
Yes, formal. Informal is what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, what's up?
Just very casually, yeah. What's up?
Yo, what's up?
What's up, right?
Yeah, so it's more for like friends or close family.
But my problem is that sometimes when people say what's up to me, I don't know how to respond. I mean, I know the question, I know what it means, but I just freeze. I don't know how to respond to that question. So that is exactly the reason why I invited Sean to today's video to ask him about that. The first question that I want to ask Sean today is, how are you? So that is a very common question, right?
Yes.
So when people say, how are you to me, what is a natural way to respond?
So when they're asking you, how are you, sometimes they're not really looking for a response. Sometimes it's just a way of saying hello, and you can respond by saying, hey, what's up? So you're not really answering their question. They're not expecting you to answer your question.
Oh,
so
I do not really have to respond to that.
No, you don't have to answer. You can respond to it, but you don't have to answer it because it is a question.
But the problem here is that many Vietnamese people, ever since they were little, have been taught that when someone says, how are you to them, they are going to say, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
And you, yeah.
How do you think about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, whenever I've met any Vietnamese people, that's how they respond to me, and it's very robotic that way.
Yeah,
and
very systematic.
It's not how a native speaker would answer it. So a native speaker would say, what's up? Or sometimes they'll say, I'm good.
Good.
But it's very, very short. So
yeah.
It's just, I'm good.
But it's more natural.
Yeah, I'm good, and if you want to be polite, I'm good, thanks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is new to me, actually.
Yeah.
When I was like in high school, whenever I met some kind of foreigner, when they say, how are you? I'll always respond like, I'm fine, thank you. And you? It's very systematic. The second question that a lot of people here have been asking me when they first met me, which is, what's up, right? What's up? Or how's it going? I know that I don't have to respond to that question, but if I want to respond, what is a natural way?
Natural way would be to say, not much.
Not much.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up? Not much.
Not much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So those are the questions about saying hello when you first meet someone. How about saying goodbye? When I say goodbye to some of my friends here, they are Canadians. They often, say things to me like, have a good day or enjoy your weekend. But I don't know exactly how to respond to those things. Like, what should I say?
So if they say have a good weekend, you could say, I hope you have a good weekend as well. Thanks, you too.
Thanks, you too.
Yeah. So sometimes when I say goodbye to somebody, I'll say, if they're leaving at night, I'll say, drive safe.
Drive safe.
Yeah, so.
Or get home safe.
Yeah.
Is that
I wouldn't say get home safe, no. I would say drive safe or be safe.
Alright.
Or if they're going away, like on a train or flying somewhere, travel safe.
So when people say to me like, have a good weekend, can I say the same to you? Does that sound weird?
Yeah, you can say that.
The same to you. That's another way to respond, right? The last thing I want to ask you is how to respond to thank you, because the only response that I know of is you're welcome. But I really want to know different ways to say it, so I want to be, more flexible.
Sure. I actually had made a video on this.
Oh,
how to say you're welcome differently. So.
Well, you guys definitely need to check that video out. I'm gonna leave a link down below. But okay, so can you give me some examples of different ways to respond to thank you?
Instead of saying you're welcome, you could say no problem.
No problem.
One that I use very often is no worries.
No worries.
Yeah, no worries.
That is new to me, actually. Yeah. No worries.
No worries, I think, was very popular in like the 1990s in Australia. That's where mostly it came from, I think, because you always heard the surfer dudes in Australia saying, no worries, man, no worries, dude.
No worries.
And it caught on in Canada and United States somewheres in the 90s, and I still use it today, and a lot of people still use it today.
No worries. Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah. Okay. Wait, the word man and, dude.
Yeah.
I guess they mean friends, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But if I have just been friends with someone and we are not that close, then can I address him as buddy? Is that a good way?
Buddy is a very friendly term, and it's a very Canadian term. So
Canadian term.
Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of Canadians will say buddy, friend. They'll call you friend also. So even if you're not their friend, if they've just met you, they might call you friend.
So if I want to say thank you to somebody, can I say thank you, buddy? Is that natural?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it with someone I just met. Maybe if it's the second time or third time.
All right.
Yeah, if you really want to be chummy with them.
Okay.
You want to be like friendly, like, hey buddy.
Hey buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, it's more like that.
So those are so many new things that I have just learned today about how to respond to some very common questions. I think that is basically the end of today's video. Thank you, Sean, for agreeing to appear in today's video.
No problem.
So you're welcome.
Yeah, no worries.
No worries, right? So be sure to check out Sean's channel, Free 99 English. You definitely need to check that out because there are so many useful videos on that channel about learning English. And I will leave a link about how to express thank you in different ways on his channel in the comments below. So be sure to check it out as well. So that is the end of today's video. I'm Andy.
And I'm Sean.
And that is the end of today's video. Goodbye.
See ya.
That is a great video, actually.
You think so?